Hi, my name is Keith Rader.
Hi, my name's Bobby Breeden.
Hi, my name is Dave Breeden, and this is my story.
My life without Jesus was very empty.
Didn't feel like I have a purpose, or was guiding myself or my family in the direction I thought it needed to be. That's how it was. I just got up, went to work, came home, went to bed, repeat, and did the same thing over and over again. I felt like there was something I was lost or was missing.
I just felt like something was missing and that I just needed something, but I didn't know what that something was.
Yeah, my dad was a good man, and I want to be just like him. Just being a good person wasn't enough. You needed something else in your life.
In my high school years and my teenage years, I was bullied a lot. I was also extremely depressed and anxious all the time because I was in a very abusive relationship. I believe that's what led me to the dark place of me believing I wasn't worthy of anything.
F3 is not a religious organization, but there are a lot of Christians in that faith, and seeing them live their faith just openly free and just really speaking about it, it really got things turning in my head. I wanted that same thing. I wanted to know something other than just myself.
I just knew there was something, a hole in my life somewhere where there was a void.
I drank a lot. I partied all the time. It allowed me to escape that mental state of I was unworthy or I was unlovable. It allowed me to escape that reality just for that time being. But of course, waking up the next day, it just brought it all back.
We have what we call at the end of each workout, a circle of trust. It's just men be able to open and talk freely, whatever on their heart, whatever they're thinking. And I just talked about how I was looking for a church. I wanted to come know Jesus more. Luke actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, we have this service on Sunday, and right after we have this Encounter Connect. I would like you to come see what our church is about, and come see what you think." And I said, "Sure, yes."
Yeah, back in 2020, I started I got a little bit of a scare when I was cutting the grass. I was noticing weird discomfort in my chest. I thought it was heartburn. I was like, man, I could have had a heart attack. I could be dead right now if I would have neglected the signs.
We got pregnant. I was extremely excited. The day came to have Christina, and then about 3 or 4 o'clock that next morning, we had a bunch of teams of nurses and doctors flood our room, telling us that our daughter was admitted to the NICU. She suffered a bilateral stroke. So she suffered 5 strokes totally. It's some of the most severe that infant can have, which could limitate her able to feed herself or even eat. She will probably never be able to walk, let alone be able to talk. So she would just basically be kind of like a vegetable somewhat. They said that would be our worst scenario. So they prepared us for that.
My wife and I went back home, and that's what we talked after the evening. Like, what do you think? And I go, I like it. I like the atmosphere, the people that I had encounters with the time we were here. I really enjoyed it. And I believe she had the same experience as I did.
Weeks before the surgery, I had a lot of decisions to make, tough ones. When my wife Stacy comes out to me and said, I should make a will. So if something goes terribly wrong and I don't make it, where am I going to end up? In heaven? I mean, I wasn't ready for them kind of questions, man. I'm invincible. I finally found out I'm not invincible. So have the surgery and hope for the best.
I prayed to God. That was the first time in a long time I prayed to God, asking him to please watch over her and please heal her and bring her home to us. She started having therapies with First Steps. She started progressing, and she started hitting milestones that they never thought she might hit. She's conquered all the things they said that she would not be able to do. She's walking, she's talking, she can feed herself, she can run around. And I truly believe in my heart it was a miracle from God. Like, that was a miracle he gave me.
Well, at the time of the surgery, I thought, I have to put my faith in his hands. And I started coming to church, and I got Jesus, faith in Jesus, and all my friends and family in this church, they're all supportive. I got nothing to lose, man. I got nothing to lose at all, and everything everything worked out.
I think it was January 15th. There was a baptism. First time we were here for one.
I remember sitting through watching all the videos of the people who were baptized that day and seeing the relations and seeing the power of Christ work through their lives and seeing a change in them. And I love how they've told the truth that it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen the next day. Some of them took years. But eventually they started to see the changes that God brought into their lives, and that's when they surrendered.
And then just the atmosphere, just the love I seen, just the whole thing. We were standing together there while we were doing it, and they said if anybody was willing to stand up and come to the front and surrender their life to Jesus. And at that moment, me and my wife just looked at each other.
I don't know how to explain it. It was just an overwhelming feeling of relief and love that came over me. It literally felt like Jesus put his hand on my shoulder and said, "It's your time."
We came up and stood up front here and surrendered our life to Jesus that day.
I didn't know if I was good enough, but with him in my life, I am good enough.
I knew I wanted to go that direction, not just for me, but for my family. I wanted to be the man that the Lord created me to be.
When you open up your heart to Jesus, it just seems like you're so much more confident in anything you do. With my business, with my marriage, we can always talk things out. Nothing seems like a big mountain where I have to climb.
Since accepting Christ, I feel like I have a purpose and project that out to my family, friends, anybody I encounter, to show the love, the grace that I felt that day when I accepted Christ.
I am a child of God, and that I am beautiful for how he's made me, and that I should see that instead of being ashamed of who I am. I should embrace it. And I feel like because I've allowed him into my life and I am accepting him into my heart, he's starting to show how beautiful person I really am.
Jesus has forgiven my sins, and I want everybody to know that I'm following him.
What it feels to me is just I'm washing away the old me, and then I'm stepping out into the godly me I'm meant to be.
This is my second chance. This is my chance to be reborn with him and to walk a life through Christ with my husband, and to show that with my daughter, and to really embrace that he is going to be with me every step of the way. And every struggle, I will turn to him. Every happiness, I'll turn to him. And that this is the new life I want to have.
I'm unfinished, but one day at a time, I'm getting closer and closer to that version the Lord has chosen me to be. The excitement I have for that, I can't explain it.